Welcome back, friends. We finished up building some of our main buildings in the last episode here. We also ended up getting, sorry, it's been a couple days since I've played, we ended up getting our first livestock, so we have sheep now, which is really great. I think we're just going to go ahead and send this trader on their way. We don't really need more than 4 sheep right now, so let's go ahead and get rid of them. We'll need to eventually build a pen for them, essentially. What do they call it? Pasture. A pasture. Forgetting my words today. We need to build a pasture for them, but right now we don't have... Where did all of my... We don't really have the workforce for it at the moment. We do have a couple people. We should go ahead and get that going, but we have a couple of other buildings under construction at the moment. The quarry and the boarding house. So we'll wait until those are done. The thing is, these sheep can stay here. I don't know if they can stay here indefinitely, but they can stay here until those buildings are finished. But I will, you know what, I will go ahead and pause these. I think it's more important to get that going. So let's go ahead and figure out where we want to put them. I think we could go ahead and put them somewhere like, well, we don't want to take up too much space over here. So let's go ahead and put them maybe right over here. They take up a lot of space, but it's worth it when you get the wool income. That would allow us to build some more homes right there. Yeah, let's do it. We'll put it there. We'll get them started, and then as soon as that's done, we can put some people as herdsmen. And then we will continue construction of mines, quarries, and boarding homes. Now, we do want to start our expansion now that we have the trading post and are starting to get, you know, we have all of the main buildings that take a long time and a lot of resources done that we won't need another of for a while. I'd like to start expanding, but I want to make sure that I have at least, like, one good, you know, seed so that I can actually start farming stuff, too. The gatherers and hunters and fishers will be good, but fishermen will be good, but they will not provide quite enough. I mean, they would, but I would have to build multiple more of them, and I would rather get some produce instead. So we'll let them go ahead and get started with this. Looks like they're already working on it. We do have an orchard here, but I don't know. It'll only take one person. Why not? Let's go ahead and put our pecans in there. And we will put one person. Should have a handful of people getting ready to grow up soon. We are still collecting stone and iron from out and about. Ooh, look at them go. Chopping it down. They're moving quick. Luckily this does not take very long to build, and we have plenty of wood for it, so that's the only resource you need for it. There's still, I believe there's still stuff marked over here for them to gather. We're not going to put anything up this way anytime soon. We might put an herbalist up here. Maybe another hunter and an herbalist. Those two would go pretty well over there, but we have plenty of herbs at the moment, so we don't really need it. But if we ever want to use this area for something else, this area would not be too bad. I don't really plan on building a whole lot here, so... We have 2 woodcutters. Our supply is great. We are already full again. And this means we can start making wools. Oh. Okay, I was going to say, how does somebody not have a home? So these will take a while. This is not going to produce very much. This was just kind of an aesthetic thing. But it'll produce a little bit of extra. Balance their diet a little bit. Those will go so fast, though. And it'll take a couple years before we can start harvesting any of that, but... It'll be good to have even just a little bit of balance in the diet here. I would love to build smaller ones of these, but of course they hold fewer animals, and for sheep and cows you want kind of the largest possible. Especially because eventually you'll build more of them and you have to split the herd, and you can only do that if you have more than 10, I believe. If you build too small of a pen, you're kind of stuck, and you have to build a new one that's larger, and then split them back. So it's just kind of better to go straight for this. As far as resources go, this is probably a net positive anyway, because we're removing all these trees. I mean, yeah, look at that. At the very least, breaking even. Oh, we are actually really close to having the quarry done. Good to know. We only need 6 more iron and we have it, so... And these we haven't started yet, but we'll get those going soon. Another hunter down here too. We are low on textiles, but as soon as we get the sheep, that won't really be an issue much anymore. Alright, let's go. Come on. I also would not hate... We have enough food that if we got like 5 nomads, that would boost our workforce enough. I may build some more homes soon, but like I said, I kind of want to hold off until we get some seeds. Anything else we can put in here? I don't think we do. Nothing that I want to at this point. How are we looking on fish right now? Yeah, we're good on that. Good on venison. Every time I get a new adult, somebody else dies. Circle of life. I don't really have enough of anything else that I would like to trade, so we'll hold off. Alright, let's go. Did not take very long for them to finish that up. Trying to decide where we'll expand to next, I think. I don't know if I want to go that way. We could put a trading post in here. Or not a trading post, a market in here. Closer to this area, that way it would cover homes in this general vicinity. Could move up that way. Could even move up this way too, so plenty of room for expansion. It'll just kind of be based on our needs, I guess. If we need more of, you know, these types of buildings, then we'll need somewhere that's kind of out of the way. I wish that trees were able to grow on areas like this where it's like slightly flat, you know, but we don't really need it. Reserve of iron is low, yeah. That'll happen. Four out of 40, okay. We do need to get some wells going in too. If there's a fire in this area, it's going to be a complete disaster because it's going to take them forever to get the water over here. Fires don't happen as often as I had expected when I downloaded the game originally, but they are devastating when they happen because they take forever to put out and they spread very easily. And pretty much as soon as a building gets damaged, it's useless at that point. To tear down and rebuild the whole thing. Yeah, maybe I want to go this way next. Look at all this open space. I think that's the move. Lots of flat land for farming and pastures and whatnot. Doing okay on our market. We have another laborer, that's good. Finish this up, please. We'll probably take like 2 or 3 herdsmen, I think. 2, nice. We'll put the sheep in there. We'll put 2 people working on that, and we are beginning our wool production. I have an extra laborer. I am going to put them in hunting. if we can get both leather and wool, then we can make the warm coats. That's cool. We only have 3 students right now. We will need to build more houses soon. Yeah, warm coats are leather and wool. But for the time being, just upgrading to wool will be nice, and we can build up a stock of leather. Leather. I feel like I can't talk today. Need another trader to come in. Buddy on their way? No? Alright. It's a long journey in the winter, I get it. Doing fine on firewood, so if they do show up during the winter, we'll be alright. I guess we can go ahead and resume construction on this. We'll get that done, then we'll build a boarding home so that if we do get nomads, we can put them in there, and then we'll work on the mines. I'm glad we built all of the main buildings, the hospital, the chapel, the town hall, all kind of at once. Get it out of the way. I very rarely have ever needed more than 1 hospital, maybe 2 at the most. Chapels, and we'll need, by the end of this run, we'll need 5 of them at least. Each one can hold 200 people. I know the reserve of iron is low. Okay, good. Now we don't have any more resources to pump into this. So we'll just go ahead and construct it. We'll put in a couple more houses. We're gonna need people to work in here. If you get like 2 or 3 people working in there, I generally prefer to get like 4 or so. It takes a lot of work, but it's nice to have that steady stream of stone and iron to keep you going. Easy, you're doing good. We can hold 25, that's good. And these will produce a lot of wool. Please bring me, like, potatoes or corn. Literally any crop would be great. Just not trees. Don't need them. These won't produce mutton until they're full, by the way, because then they'll just, as they have more babies, they'll kill them. But it should start producing wool pretty soon. We'll need to put a barn in this area as well. Right now they don't have to go that far. Just 2 barns here. Just pop it in like right over here because we're gonna have farms here as well. But they'll fill up pretty quick. Alright, yes, that's done. Go ahead and get this finished. Got plenty of stone for it. I think I'll put 1 person in the quarry for right now. So these do have a limited supply, but the good news is they won't really run out in this area, and by then, I mean they will run out eventually, but when they do run out, we'll already be kind of done with this area, and then it's more helpful to have something closer to where you're building. But for now, this will do. We'll need to put in a stockpile too. Maybe I'll just put it in like right across from the... Put a road in here. And then we will place a stockpile. Because the path can go like through and around here. Make sure we don't block ourselves off here. And we'll just go ahead and put in a... We won't put in a huge stockpile, but we'll put in one that's big enough to hold a decent amount of stone for now. And the thing is, they won't just put it there, they'll put it in all of the stockpiles, really, but... Oh, wow. That was fast. Took them what felt like forever to build this, the simplest of buildings. And we'll also go ahead and put a road in. Right. Thaw. Alright, well we have 0 laborers now. See, they're putting stone in like the furthest away, although they might be getting it from over here, so that's not terrible. Might hold off on building any more houses at the moment. I would love to get a mine going. I'm gonna keep the limit for stone pretty low. And generally I will also like trade for as much stone as they have. As the less they're in the quarry, the less chance they have of dying, so that's always a plus. Let's go ahead and get one of these mines going. We have enough stone for it at the moment, now we have the quarry going. And we definitely do need more houses. I mean, we have 10 kids right now, but it just takes them so long to grow up. I realize this probably seems like it's kind of slow moving. I don't like playing on 10 times speed. I just don't enjoy it. It just feels like it moves so quickly. Only 4. We are producing wool now. And that's about the only textiles we have at the moment. I'm gonna wait until we get a little stockpile going before we start making wool coats. I feel like they put iron all the way over here, and I'm not entirely certain why. I guess that's probably the closest stockpile to over here, but still. Alright, we only need a couple more stone. Ah, trader, please have crops, please. That will allow us to boost our population. I mean, I am tempted to just build like a gatherer's hut over here as well. What have you got? Corn seeds! Let's go. Trade for one of those. We don't really need to trade for any of the other food at the moment, so let's just go ahead and trade these. And boom, we have our first crop. Now I'm not going to put that down just yet, just because we do not have the workforce for it. Once this is complete, we'll build a barn, I guess. And we'll start off with just iron. We don't need coal at the moment. We just need a steady income of iron at this point. Once we're kind of a little bit more settled and have a few more people working in the quarries, we'll go ahead and build the second one. But for right now, I don't want to use that stone. I'd rather use it on houses. I'd actually put the barn in over here. Put the barn there. I should still have room for houses. I do, yeah. We're gonna put it there. And while that's building, we're also gonna get... Oh, we can even put a road in there. Cool. Let's do 2 more houses for now. Why not? That'll get this stuff going. And we'll go ahead and lay out a field for when we're ready. Doesn't hurt. I generally like to do like a 10 by 10. That seems to give a pretty decent balance between workload and production. And this doesn't require any resources, they just have to chop that down. It's right next to our barn, so that'll be very, very helpful once we have enough people to work it. Those are still within range. Yeah, we'll probably fill up this little area with houses here. Yeah, I know. You're not producing anything yet? Nope, just logs. Hey, we finally have 5 sheep. Still only have 6 wool. Literally, as soon as they remove all these resources, that's it. She's up. There we go. So once we have like an extra laborer or two, we can get that started. It's not the most efficient if you don't have enough laborers, but requires two. But having one will at least boost our food. I think if we can boost our amount of clothing, then we can really start expanding. Alright, good. Some of them are moving into school. I'm gonna hold off just because I want to keep at least one laborer there. Producing 12 stone per season, which is not a lot, but if you're not using it super quickly, it will build up. And there they go. I'm glad I kept them now. Yeah, honestly, I'm tempted to just build a bunch of houses now. We have enough food that if it starts to drop a little bit, we have some wiggle room. We have this hunter that we're not using yet. And I can always just build like a gatherer over here until we actually expand over there. Also potentially build another one up here. There seems to be a lot of resources up there. Not a terrible idea. Ooh, it's full. Oh, we're fully restocked already. That's good. Come on, grow up. I need some free hands. Nomads would be very welcome at this point. Yeah, we're out of leather. So next up on my wish list would be cows. Now that we have one basic crop. You know what, for right now, let's go ahead and take this down to like 2. Take this one down as well. For no reason other than I like to see jobs full. I'm less tempted to like put people into those positions if it says that it's full. Could probably honestly take one of these and put them in the field. But I need the wool. I don't need the food as badly as I need the wool right now. These are just taking forever because we don't have any stone. Actually, I would say that's next up on my wish list is something that doesn't require labor, so stone would be really nice. A little shipment of like 50 of it. Build a handful more houses. We're doing okay though. Everything's balanced, even if growth is slow at the moment. It will accumulate very quickly. Or accelerate, I guess, is the word I was looking for. Hey, we're at 6 sheep now. And generally, the higher your population actually is, the more children and students you want to have going, because they'll replace the ones that die. If it goes too low, then you're gonna have your population start dropping, which is obvious, I know, but... yeah, we're still just short on stone. all of this over here is marked too, so hopefully they'll get to it. You know what, I am, for the moment, I hate doing it, but I'm going to take it up to 10 times speed. I feel like we have not gotten that much done this episode compared to last episode where we got, you know, all these buildings built. I want to get this population up so we can start the growth. And my thing is, the larger the population gets, once we start having balance issues with food and whatnot, and tools and clothing, I like to slow it down to 5 times speed so that I can be a little bit more reactive to what's going on. Ernesto. I like that one. We should be getting a trader any minute now. They come in like once yearly. Not at the same time, but that's like the average rate, I think. If I recall correctly. Okay, we do have 1 laborer now. 1 more and I'll go ahead and pick him on the farm. We have enough clothing that I'm not switching it over just yet. I'll have them keep making leather. Jammy. Producing anything yet? Nope. The thing that bugs me about the orchards, and I know this is a little bit of realism, I guess, but over time, like the first set of trees, they'll all be even, they'll all look nice, and then they'll chop one of them down and plant a new one, and then they'll all be different heights and different stages of growth. Aesthetically speaking, I don't like the look of it. Trading post. Let's go. What have you got for me? Warm coats, mutton, and leather. I will take the leather. How much is it going to cost? 160? We should be able to do... Which one is 25? 7 of them? We'll be overpaying, I think. Oh. I can math. Oh my god, I was looking at the count and not the value. Dumb. I'm gonna take... We have enough iron and enough tools for it, so that'll be good. I don't think we need to take the mutton or the warm coats yet, because we'll be making coats with those, so yeah, let's just go ahead and trade for that. And go. That'll give us a nice little boost there. Alright, our 2 builders aren't doing anything, so let's get them building a few more houses. I think it would be good to get them going down here a little bit so we have more laborers for the farms. Let's see, did I put any gaps in there? I don't think I did. I think it's just 5 houses. Let's do 3 more. That's risky because it could lead to a population boom that I won't be able to handle, but it's going to take them a while. They'll be able to, I mean, they'll be able to build all 3 of them, but we'll see how quickly they get that done. Yeah, and I'm aware that I'm also eating into this space here. I probably will only do like 1 row here, and then I'll start putting some homes over here. Don't want to dig into this radius too much. Oh, we're getting that one done fast. Let's go. Yeah, I know. It's interesting. I like, at least with Banished, you don't have to like remove laborers over the winter. They'll be doing other things. But there's one, oh, what's the game called? Forest Village, I think? And that one you have to like micro every season. Or every winter, I guess I should say. You don't really have to micro in the spring, but the gatherers will stop producing and whatnot, so it's like you gotta put them somewhere else to be productive. Oh, they got those done really fast. Okay, cool. What else could we be doing? I don't think it's necessary to build another blacksmith yet. We're doing okay. The only reason it looks like we're slightly low is just because of the trade we just did. What is our... That's all wool now. I think let's go ahead and switch over for the moment. I'll have 6 in there. I'll let them use those up and then we'll switch over to wool coats. We should be producing a decent... Yeah, we're producing a decent amount. And that'll continue to go up. Please just give me one more laborer before spring. And I could take the builders, but I would rather keep them there. I don't want to build any more houses just yet. I want to see how we handle this. I don't really have the... I don't have the workforce to be building another gather or anything like that, so it doesn't make sense to be building anything at the moment. I think that's a good place to go ahead and call it, though. I mean, we got our pasture in, we got some more houses, we finished the boarding house, finished the quarry and the mine. So we did a decent amount today. So we'll go ahead and call this an episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching yet again, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one, where hopefully we can start snowballing that growth. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.